Say hi, man. And this is my dog, Milo. He's so clingy. Mm. Okay, go away. I love you. Bless you. Okay, anyways, hi, I'm Alexandra, and I'm going to be talking about my life, basically, just sharing my story to you all if you guys relate. Um, I've been through some difficult time in my life. I don't know if you guys could relate or compare or comment down below if you guys been through some stuff and how you guys challenge yourself to get through it. I would really like to know your story as well as I share with you guys. It's not hard and it's not, I mean, it is hard, but I just don't want to get emotional, but I will have to. Okay, anyways, I just have so much to say. Currently, right now, I am basically living with my sister. Um, my parents got divorced when I was 13, basically 12. It was really a rough time for me because I'll just start with my whole timeline. I have my notes here. Um, I really thought I was gonna have a fantasy life. Um, seeing my friends having their parents being together and just having family gatherings, like that's wonderful. It's just heartwarming. I would really love to have that with my family, but basically, no, I have a dysfunctional family. Mm, okay. Get out of my feelings. Get out of your feelings, girl. Okay. So when I was 7, this was on my dad's side. When I was 7, I was playing hide and seek with my cousin, and my cousin's brother was there. He was 20 at the time. And it was just me, my cousin, who's basically a year older than me, and then my other cousin that's 2 years older than me. We were just playing hide and seek at my aunt's house, and all the family, I think they went to church to get my sister baptized. I'm not so sure, but if I talk bilingual in advance, so sorry. I'll try my best. Um, yeah, we were playing hide and seek. Um, my cousin was counting. She was counting to 30 or to 10, and I'm like, oh my god, where do I hide? Where do I hide? And my cousin's brother told me hide over here, hide in my room, in the closet. Nobody's gonna know. Like you're here. I wanna tell her that you're in here. I'm like, okay. So I went in there and I was like, no, like okay, cool. Like I was 7 at the time. I was a kid at the moment, having that kid's mentality. I'm like, okay, like thanks for saving me from hiding, like this is a cool spot. She's not gonna know that I'm here. Like, yay, I'm a win. But it ended up turning my whole life around till this day. It still kind of affects me But slowly I am healing myself because I'm trying myself to forgive of what happened. But anyways, I guess it was not a good moment of my life. Plus, I was wearing a dress that day, and yes, like it did hurt when I was a kid. I was just like, okay, no, like it's not cool. Like I was literally screaming, trying to yell my cousin's name, but no, he was covering my mouth. Like, don't, just don't. I'm just like, no, this doesn't feel good. Like, honestly, like, it hurts. Like, stay away. Like, I want my mom. Like, this doesn't feel right. I was just crying, crying. My dress was a little bit bloody. And I'm just like, no, like, leave me alone. Like, I was trying my best so hard to kick him, but I just couldn't resist. I was just like, fuck. Like, I'm not gonna say my whole childhood was ruined, but I was literally mentally drained as the older I got. I kind of knew when I was in fifth grade, I was like, oh shit, this is what my cousin did to me. I'm not gonna call him my cousin because technically, like, what family does that, you know? But yeah, processing this, it's difficult in my past. I've been through challenging situations that I don't know if you guys are going through the same thing or you're going through it now. But it's hard to speak up on it, especially with family, because I kept it so like my whole 25 years. I never spoke on it. Like, not even to my mom, but I'm speaking it to you guys because I feel like my cousin really showed me out and he threatened me like, don't say it to the family, they're not gonna believe you. I was so scared as a kid to come out and say it, and then to fuck the whole situation up. I'm like daddy's girl, but my cousin loves my dad so much. Yeah, I just leave it there. Sorry, just let me get myself together. But anyways, when that happened, I literally was kicking him, yelling because my cousin was outside. All of my cousins were outside. And he lies to my cousin saying, oh no, like, Alex is not here. She went outside. Like, go look for her. I was like, no. I just got out of his room. I just started running outside, trying to look for my mom. And in that moment, my mom and my aunts were walking towards the house, like towards my way. I was like, Mom, I want to go home. I want to go home. She's like, why is your dress bleeding? What is wrong? Like, what the hell? And I was like, oh, I just fell off the bike, this and that. Like, I didn't know what it was at the time when I was a kid, you know? And my moms are like, are you sure? Like, you look so scared. What's going on? I'm like, no, I just want to go home. We went home. I never spoke to her about it. It really affected me my whole, like, elementary school. I was just not really focusing on school. I was behind on so much. I was just not really there. Physically, mentally, I was not there. I was just like, why would my cousin do this to me? But I'm not gonna like tell myself why me, you know? Or like, why did God do this to me? Or what is the universe wants me to learn from this? It's like till this day, like, I do want him to say sorry for doing this to you, but I'm never gonna receive that in my life, you know, like, especially from him. It would be a dream come true for him to say, I'm sorry that I did this to you, you know? But no, and it was so uncomfortable as I grew older, 8, 9, 10. I was seeing him in family parties. I was super uncomfortable. Um, yeah, just seeing him there, I was just like, no. I was not eating. I was crying. I was super depressed. I mean, I'm still am depressed, but I'm just saying, like, that's when it started. That's when my depression started, and it started growing, 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 growing. As I knew more of what he did to me, I was just literally lowering myself down, and I just didn't have the energy for anything. I was in bed all day, just thinking, why does this happen to me? You know, it kind of did affect on my childhood. Mm-hmm. And it sucks that I cannot tell this to my parents because they're gonna be like, "Oh, he didn't speak up. How come you didn't tell me this?" It's like I just couldn't. I couldn't, you know, like I just couldn't. But I feel like my mom knew. You know, mom knows that I know my daughter has been through that situation because my mom has been through the same situation. She has spoke to us about it. I just I just I just feel like there's no point to tell her because I'm not so close to my mom. I'm not so close to my parents at all. I'm closer to my dog. um, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm literally just. It's just so hard for me to process all this and tell you my story, but I want to tell you guys because if you could relate, just know that you're not the only one going through this. Having a dysfunctional family, and you couldn't imagine any nasty stuff is still gonna happen. It's still there. It's just a negative a negative family that criticize you, that doesn't want to see you win in life. They just want you to be at their low mentally level. It's not fun. Honestly, having a family like that, it's not fun at all. Like, it's super fake, and it's like, why can't you be loving? Like, I get it, the norms of like machismo and all that stuff, they just don't have sympathy for you. They don't really care for you. It's just like, we need that. As humans, like, we need that. Like, how do you feel? How's your day going? Oh, like, how's everything? It's just throwing you like pedradas. Pedradas as in saying, just throwing you slabs as in a negative comeback, you know? I don't want to hear that. That's not love. That's toxic, you know? And my parents, they were both toxic. I know they were both going through it. And that kind of hurt me the most because I was literally about to speak up of what happened to my cousin and me to my parents. But at that time, they were going through a divorce. And I'm just like, fuck, it's bad timing. I'm like, it's always bad timing for me. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to explain. I was I was literally having an anxiety attack. I couldn't breathe. I was at the hospital for days, basically for 2 weeks. I was just so stressed out. The cardiologist told me that I have to be in bed rest for at least 4 days because my heart valves, um, it was kind of clogged. I don't know why. They said it's hereditary. But I'm good. I'm still here. life and going through it, still walking in this beautiful planet, challenging myself to do better, that there's always something better. That's always my motto for you guys. There's always, always something better. No matter how life is or how life sucks, you always have to motivate yourself to keep moving no matter what. Like, who cares what people say? We're all gonna die in this planet regardless. Just do the best that you can, you know? And my grandma, my mom's mom, she motivated me till this day. She passed away 3 years ago. She always told me stay strong, be brave, and just be positive and just keep going. My two grandmas has been through rough times in life, and they're good examples of not to do and don't marry someone who really doesn't love you. And I really want to be with a family that really loves me and it's in a harmony environment. And that's what we all used to have in our childhood till my parents separated and my whole dad's side. None of my cousin was talking to me. Like, if it was my fault that my family separated. My grandma was not talking to me at all because my grandma loves family. We will always go to my grandma's house for parties. It was always at my grandma's house. And wherever I go, I just feel like, oh, like, do they know that my parents like got separated? Because honestly, like, when you live in a small town, especially a pueblo in Mexico, like, everybody talks, you know? And that's how my grandma is with all my tias, with all my aunts. Like, they talk about chisme, gossip, and it's so unhealthy. It's so fucking unhealthy. We used to live at my grandma's house when my parents were together. They got into a big fight. I seen my dad going downstairs. I'm like, why is it going downstairs? Like, I couldn't even open the room to like go to my mom's. My sister was having an asthma attack, and my uncle could even help me out to open the room for my mom because I don't even know if my mom was alive or not. And then my aunt, which is my dad's sister, told my uncle, don't be in don't be in their business. Just come back to the room with our kids. I'm just like, what family does that to you, you know? And my grandpa, he doesn't want to get involved. My grandma, she's sleeping. And my dad comes upstairs with a knife, and I'm just like, oh no, like, this is getting real. They're really toxic, going through a big argument. It's like, how can you love someone so much? It's just like, you're born in this planet and you see your parents. It's just like, they're your big inspiration. And then it comes out to like, damn, like, my parents really, really don't love each other. They hate each other for my dad to get a knife and then to try to stab my mom. No, I just went in the room. I literally just pushed my dad. And I'm like, you know what? This is the last straw. I'm tired of you guys arguing. I don't know who to save my sister having an asthma attack or my mom. And I told my sister, you know what? I'm sorry, but I have to save my mom. Call the cops. But she couldn't, so I had to call the cops while I was saving my mom, trying to open the room. And then it was just too much traumatizing in my fucking life. So yeah, I saved my mom. I pushed my dad and I told him, what the fuck are you doing? The cops are about to be here. Like, what's wrong? I really have to see this for you to do this. It's like, I was really gonna be without a mom. I mean, but it still feels like that. Because I really don't talk to my parents. As toxic as my parents were, they really inspired me just to keep moving and just be an independent woman and just to be strong because I have that fear to love someone so much that I don't want to end up hating them to get to that extent.
I just want to continue growing and loving that person, and seeing my friends getting pregnant, having kids with the same person or with other people. It's just like, bro, do you even realize or care about your kids' mental health? Like, I'm not gonna judge nor anything, but like what I've been through is just like, it's like, why are my parents together? Why are my parents doing this? It's like, I'm their love of joy. They literally made love and had me. And now it's just like they're not satisfied with me or with their love. So they go with other people and trying to make another baby. And I'm just like, yeah, that really fucks up your mental health. I'm just like, no. Mm-mm. But anyways, back to the story of my dad and my mom. I called the cops knocked on the door. They had like a weird knock, like it's just a weird knock. Um, yeah, I opened it and I told him my dad's upstairs. You could come get him. And I was just tired of their shit. Like, literally tired of their shit. I was literally 12 going through this. And that was the last time I saw my dad. Yeah, of course, he went to jail. Ever since then, I don't really have that audacity to reach out to him because I feel like I still need to heal because I kind of hate him because my parents were not really explaining. They were just toxic, yelling at each other for toxic shit. I mean, I understand. I've been in a toxic relationship too, but theirs were toxic to an extent that they wanted to kill each other. I'm just like, no, no, I just cut this shit and just call the cops and let my dad learn his lesson. So yeah, the cops took my dad. We stayed at my grandma's for at least like a month. My mom tried her best to like find an apartment where to live. We moved out. My grandma was not talking to me at all because my dad was in jail. But just keep a note that we were at my grandma's house living there, which is my dad's mom. And my mom really doesn't like my grandma because she's a bad mother in law. And it was just not working out. And whenever my aunts come over, they'll be talking shit. Every time I go downstairs to get a drink of water, I will hear my name. I'm like, hello, I'm right here. Just say it to my face. Like, why you gotta say hello over there and whisper? Like, come on. Anyways, yeah, we moved out. It was a really toxic household environment. We moved out. We went to an apartment. And just living there with my mom, my sister, it was so peaceful. No fighting, no nothing. It was a peaceful moment of my life. That was when I was literally in ninth or 10th grade. I started to join sports because I was tired of being depressed. I was tired of being in bed all day. I wanted to do something different, even though I love being in bed all day, but I still love being in bed all day. But slowly, I am trying to challenge myself to get out of bed, do this. How can I improve every fucking day? Say positive affirmations. Like, I'm not trying to be depressed my whole life either. I'm really trying to love myself, heal, and grow as going through a traumatizing experience of my life. And hopefully you guys can relate or I inspire you somehow to just keep moving. You got this. Like, there's gonna come a day in your life that I am at peace. This is what I wanted. Just hold in there. It's just like a rubber band. Like, just let go. Let go and you'll just be free. I'm not free still. I feel like I'm still healing. Okay, we're all healing. I'm still going through it. Um, mm, mm, Yeah, so I was just living with my mom and my sister. It was so peaceful. My mom found someone and we were living in his house. And I was literally not being physically abused. It's just I was mentally drained from being at home that wasn't really home because it was my stepdad's house. My mom ended up marrying him till I was in college, from high school to college. He's a good man. My mom is at peace. She's happy now. There's no fighting or anything. He's really a good man. But I just felt so uncomfortable because it was so fast. Like, I was daddy's little girl, you know? And I kind of ended up hating my stepdad in a way because I'm just like, oh, like, who is this fucking man? Like, did my mom cheated on my dad? Or is that the reason why? I'm like, I was trying to connect the dots. I'm like, no, my mom is happy now. She's happy with someone that she's with, you know? And I was trying myself to communicate with my dad because I missed him. And I'm like, no, don't. I'm too stubborn. I'm a Taurus, by the way. Like, I just didn't want to call my dad or anything. It's just like if he wanted to reach out to his daughter, he would have if he cared, because he knows what he did. So I just didn't want to reach out. Like, I kind of didn't want to text him a long paragraph, but at the same time, like, no, for what? You know, for him to reply, "Oh, sorry," like, no. Yeah, it was. It just felt like it wasn't a home. You know, being here in my stepdad's house, it just felt like no, like it's not home. I live under his roof. Like, it's not home. It's not home. My intuition was telling me it's not home, but my mom is happy. She's calm. She's happy. And I'm proud that she's happy because she really deserves that. And my sister moved out, so it was just me. It was just me living here. And I just wanted her to get out. I was at school all the whole time. The whole fucking time I was at school because I didn't want her to go home. Like, I felt weird wearing shorts or PJ shorts around the house because I would catch my stepdad looking at me, and he knows what I've been through when I was a kid. And for him not to respect that, I'm just like, okay, I had to watch out with what I wear around him. That's why it felt like I was never, it's not home, you know? And I told my mom about it, and I felt like she really didn't care. Slowly, she was really getting brainwashed from him, and she was not really listening to her daughters, my sister and I. That's why my sister left and she moved out with her boyfriend. She ended up getting married. Um, I'm saying too much. I need to stop. Anyways, back to where I was going. My sister left, so it was just me. And I'm just like, I have to go to school. I'm always at school. My stepdad would pick me up, or my mom, or I would just take the bus or Uber. I was just scared to be with the man, home alone. And for my mom not to see that, I started hating my mom because she wasn't really understanding. Like, I get it, love could be blind sometimes, but I'm your daughter. Like, she knew why was my dress bleeding when I was 7. She knew that I was not okay. As a mom, I mean, I'm not a mom, I'm a dog mom, but as a mom, she would know because I was literally frustrated and terrified of my life. My whole life, I was just like, my cousin did this to me. I know my mom knows. Like, she's not stupid. Mm. I was just really looking forward going to school. I was taking 12 units, um, joining sports to block my depression and not think about it. I was trying to lift my self esteem, going to the gym. I was just challenging myself to be better, and I'm still am till this day. Mm, yeah, slowly my mom drifted away after my grandma passed. My mom lost it all. Like her brain literally switched, and she just really didn't care about my sister and and that kind of really hurt. Milo now was in 7th grade. Mm, no, let me start all over. So once I was in elementary school, when I got to 5th grade, I started to learn, okay, this is what sex is. They have like a sex ed when you go to the auditorium, and this is how you put a tampon on or a pad, and this is like how it is. I was like, oh, okay. So I started to get all the puzzles all together. I'm like, okay, this is what my cousin did to me. Um, I was really in shock. I was not really going to school. I didn't want to get out of bed. My mom didn't know why. I had to lie to her saying I was getting bullied by this girl. I just don't want to go see her. You know, I just had to make up a lie. Uh, it was just too much for me. Too much for me. I was just so afraid to tell my mom and just. I was just afraid to break the whole family apart because seeing my grandparents happy, having the whole family together, I'm really a family oriented person. Even if it's dysfunctional, just seeing the whole family together makes me happy. But they're toxic. It's just so toxic. But I only talk to at least two people. Well, two of my cousins. I talk to them from my dad's side, which is they're really cool. We both have been through the same experience in life. If you guys want me to have her in one of my videos, let me know, because we have so much to say. I swear, my dad's side is not. It's a fucking novella, you know? Like, no. Mm-mm. I got to 5th grade. I told one of my teachers the reason why I wasn't coming to school is because, yes, I'm having problems at home. Um, it's just my parents are fighting. And they sent a social worker and a therapist to talk to me. It was not working at all because I would not speak up. I would. Okay, sorry, I'm back. I took a bathroom break. Mm. But yeah, at the moment right now, update my present life. I am living at my sister's house. I am at peace, just me and my dog, my sister, my niece, my brother in law, just being there. But then also, it's my brother in law's house, and then my sister's mother in law is there, and she is another story. She uses my bathroom, she uses my shampoos, and I just really don't want to say nothing because she's not my mother in law. But at the same time, like, she's kind of rude for doing that. Anyways, like, mm-mm. Like, okay. 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 Well, thank you for hearing me out. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you guys want to follow up with my life updates and my healing process that I'm still trying my best to just keep moving and just staying positive and just strive for the better and just keep
succeeding no matter what. I give you guys a hug. You got this. Thank you for watching my video. It's really difficult sharing this life story with you guys. Thank you.